Welcome to Basic Cooking with Chef Agnow. Today we're very excited. I'm gonna cook some sauce for you. I'm gonna make some sauce. So we're gonna have some wine cream sauce. So basically what you need some shallots. I already throw them in here. I have like a pound and a half of shallots. I have like a pint of wine, pint of stock, and a pint of heavy cream. It's going to be a big one because I need to use this sauce when it's made. I'm going to use half of it or more than half to make some dips. And so that's why you need like a 2 quarts pot. And then I chopped very fine the shallots because I want them to kind of melt while we create in the sauce. So as always, you want your pot to be hot, same thing as your pan. Oil to be hot. I just use the regular oil, and that's canola oil. And then because I don't want any strong flavor of to make dips later on, so you got to think about what you're going to do with the sauce. This is going to be like I'm going to derive dips from this sauce, so that's why it's always good to think. So let's cook our shallots a little bit, give them some caramelization. Again, you don't have to stir too much all the time. So one thing that's very popular here, it's like the crab because we have Chesapeake Bay. So crab dip is huge. So instead of making a crab dip, I also want to make some spinach dip and making a spinach dip, and I want to make another dip which is sun-dried tomato and pepper dip. I'm just going to make them all three at the same time after I'm done with this. The reason I'm saying the dips are very important because a lot of reception people like the dips. Take your piece of bread and put a little dip on it and you're good with a glass of wine. Everybody's happy. And it used to be one of my big things when we have like customers visiting our hotel. I always kind of welcome them with some kind of dips and some grilled pita, and they just love it. The simple stuff, but it goes a long way. Anyway, you can hear my shallots singing here. La 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 la. They're happy. My sauce is okay. I mean, my stock is a little hot. That's good. It's good to have your stock hot when you add it, so you don't have to cool off your pot. And then so we're just gonna wait for it to caramelize a little bit. Then we're gonna add wine first, kind of reduce it by half. Then we're gonna add stock, reduce it as well. And cream and reduce all of them, reduce it. So we're going to end up with basically 1 quart and quarter of sauce. And then we're going to strain it. And then this caramelized shallots, I'm going to puree them and use them into the dips because it's going to be full of flavor. I don't want to throw that flavor away. But the sauce needs to be without anything, it's got to be kind of smooth because I'm going to strain it, and it's going to be, it's good to be a nappe, so it coats the back of the spoon and it's easy to pour in the plate. Alright, so we'll go ahead and add our wine. And when that reduces by half, we'll add our stock. Now that our wine has been reduced by half, I'm going to add our stock. I added chicken stock here. It's good flavor, it's good chicken stock, real chicken stock. I'm going to do the same thing, kind of reduce it a little bit before I add the cream. We'll come back to that. Now my stock has been reduced a little bit, so I'm going to add the heavy cream. Now the only thing you gotta watch, you gotta really be careful when you add the cream. I mean, after you add the cream, because it will come up to the surface. You really gotta watch your heat and turn it up and down, because you don't want it to overflow and then create a mess. So I'm just gonna mix it a little bit here, and I'm just gonna wait for a nice reduction, and maybe add some slurry of cornstarch, just to thicken it up a little bit. I'm not gonna add any roux. I like a little slurry. Cornstarch is okay, and we're gonna strain it and then save it for usage. We're gonna use some of it for sauce and some of it to make some dips. Voila. So now we're going to add the slurry, cornstarch, to thicken it up a little bit. So you want cold water, and you'll throw the cornstarch here. You use it as much use it as you need. It means don't throw everything in there. You don't want it to be like thick like crazy. Just want to mix it up a little bit. You might not need all this, but we're going to make a little extra for later on. Usually use your fingers until you feel it's thick enough, because you don't want these lumps. Alright, so we have enough. So then we're going to whisk it in. I'm going to stop, check the consistency first before I add more. And you do want to cook this a while, so okay, I may add a little bit more. It's tastes really good there. By the time it cooks a little bit more, it's going to be thicker. It looks like it's getting thicker right now, so we're going to reduce the heat a little bit. So we're going to check for the latte. Almost there. Not quite yet. While this is happening, we're going to get ready to strain it and add some salt and pepper. So again, this has salt and pepper both sides, so I'm just going to add some pepper first, and then some salt from the other side. You don't want to over season it, because you may reduce it more, depend what you're going to use it for, so just be careful. You want just slightly flavor. Okay, looks good. Then let's get ready to strain it. Just give it a little taste. That's good. Very good. Now you can add lemon to this, and then became a lemon cream sauce. You can add thyme, then it became thyme reduction sauce. So there's a lot of things you can add mushrooms cooked already, then it became mushroom cream sauce. So basically you can do a lot of things with this. We do want to save the shallots. We're going to puree them and add them to the other sauces we make, the other dips we're making from this. So, voila. That's good enough. You can use this anyway. So beautiful sauce. Look at that, nice and smooth. You can put it in the plate and let's see how it looks like. So our sauce is done.